Okay. Let's get things started here. Welcome to our week number 12, our second last week. We're coming close to the finish line here. I hope that you are all excited about getting all done next week and then have a little break there, have a little 2 weeks break, 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know, who knows when the next semester starts. I mean, do you know the date of the next one? Anyone? September 14th? Okay, so we're gonna have, a good 3 weeks. So we're gonna have a 3 weeks break. That's awesome. That is good. During those 3 weeks, I'll be working in my next course for Udemy. Anyway, again, let's cross the finish line strong, okay? I hope that I will help you to cross the finish line. Today, we're gonna be doing some exercises. We're gonna be practicing, we're gonna be getting ready for our test. So today and tomorrow is really about getting ready for the test. Today, we're gonna be doing some hands-on exercise, but a different kind of exercise. We have not done this type of exercise before, and I hope that you enjoy this kind of exercise. Usually I have good feedback about this exercise. Then tomorrow we will finish this exercise that's going to start today, and we're going to practice a few quizzes that are in a way similar to what you're going to find in the final test. So next week on Thursday we have the final test, and then the next day you have the presentation. And I hope that you have seen in my email that I have extended the deadline for the project code to be before the presentation, in your case on Friday. Okay, so again, make sure that you are aware of that. I hope the extension will help you to ease your last 2 weeks. For the presentation, you need to demonstrate what you have built. Okay, what did you build? Oh, I built, I don't know, the review. So demonstrate that. I recommend to put together a PowerPoint presentation so that the PowerPoint can guide your demonstration. PowerPoint is optional. Demonstration of your application running is not. You have to demonstrate that. Okay, ideally everyone in the group would talk a little bit. If it's just one person, that's fine as well, but ideally I would like to hear everyone's voices there. For the final quiz, Siranjit, everything. To be honest, everything. I mean, it's gonna be talking about every single aspect. Now, am I gonna ask for something very obscure that we may have come across? No, I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna be reviewing in the quiz the major points, the major topics, not something very obscure there, okay? But it is really a recap of the entire content for all the building blocks that we have gone through in the entire semester. Okay, slides. What do you mean? Well, okay. So let's step back here. Many questions, many different points here. So let's see. So I answered what you need to demonstrate. You need to demonstrate I'm talking about the final project, not the test, okay? Final project, the presentation day, you need to demonstrate what you have built. Open in Visual Studio, run it and demonstrate. Now, I usually like to do the demonstration with a PowerPoint because the PowerPoint can guide your demonstration. PowerPoint is optional, demonstration is not. You have to demonstrate what you have built. Okay? Samira, what kind of demonstration? I just described that. I hope that makes sense. Siranjit, slides. What do you mean by slides? Again, you can have PowerPoint slides, you can have a PDF, whatever you want to do, but have some sort of guidance for your presentation so you know what you're going to be talking about. Sanchit, how many questions total in the test? About 40 questions, and there will be one, I think it's 40 or 50 questions, and there will be one question that is coding related. You don't really need to upload code, but you need to write a little piece of code within the test. Okay. Yeah, PDF slides is okay. All good. Any other questions about that? I hope it's not lockdown browser. Let's see. Yes, Siran, it's a multiple choice, but there is one question that is worth quite a few points that you're gonna have to code a little bit there. Okay? Okie dokie. Okay, so today, what is it about today? Well, let's get the joke out of the way. Can we use Visual Studio for a test? Yes, you can, Samira. You can use Visual Studio, okay? So for today we're gonna be talking about, it's not a new topic, it's really a kind of a recap, and it's an exercise, but driven by troubleshooting. When you hear the word troubleshooting, what is that? What is troubleshooting? Can anyone tell me what is troubleshooting? Fixing what's wrong in the code. Yes, troubleshooting. It's investigating. There's something wrong in the code and you are investigating what that might be. Okay? It's being said, and I don't have statistical data to prove that, but it's said that about 80 to 90% of a developer's time, and some of you will become developers, some of you will not, will go in different careers, that's fine. But 80 to 90% of time that a developer's job is fixing codes. Maybe your code, maybe somebody else's code, but it's about fixing. And a big part of fixing is getting to know how the problem is coming about. What is causing the problem? Okay? A lot of things in life is about troubleshooting, not only coding. And I'm going to give an example in a second. So, actually, I'm going to give you a code example. Last week, I was working in a client's project. It's a web development project. And we were facing a problem. And nobody in my team knew how to fix it. We really tried hard. I tried hard, and it was not coming across. And I walked away from the problem, gave it a few hours. I think that even I slept over a night on the problem, and the next day I came about a solution that was, I had to think in a very different way to come to that solution. I was trying to solve the solution with a hammer, and what I really needed another tool, not the hammer, but another tool to help me out sort the problem. Troubleshooting, I love troubleshooting. I really, really like troubleshooting. I feel like when I'm troubleshooting, I feel like I'm a detective. I'm investigating things, and it's not that it's really a mystery, in the sense that we come to know about mysteries, but it's a problem that you don't know how to solve, and you are investigating. And what is the best approach to do that? How can you systematically try to address problems? How can you think through that? And it's very cliche, but it's really about thinking outside the box. You are trying to fix it like this, but hey, maybe look at it from a different angle. You're gonna find a solution there. Please don't use that problem as a question in our test. If it takes hours for troubleshooting, we won't be able to do that. Well, good point, Christine. This troubleshooting that we're gonna go through right now, it's gonna require the skills that you have built throughout the course. Okay? I'm not saying that the course, the test will have a troubleshooting question. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this exercise will require your troubleshooting skills together with the knowledge that you have built so far during the course. Okay? Okay, good. So yes, so I just mentioned about an example last week that I came across during my work time, but I also had a challenge, and it's not coding related, but I want to mention that because it's part of troubleshooting. It was a troubleshooting. So I had a problem, and I needed to fix that. And it was not coding related, but it demonstrates how you can think differently to come up with solutions for problems, you know. So yesterday was my wife's birthday, and I had planned something different for her. So a week ago, I decided to ask our friends and family to record a little video just using cell phone, just record one, why she's special, and two, tell a story about her. And I got a lot of answers there. I got over 30 videos, but I wanted someone to record the video as well. However, that someone is my wife's colleague from work. She's a teacher, a kindergarten teacher, and I didn't have her contacts. I didn't have her phone number. I didn't have anything about her. And I said, how can I talk to this person? I don't want to ask my wife for her phone number because my wife would say, okay, why do you need her phone number? Then she would become suspicious about that. So, in the end, I got the phone number. However, how did I get it? First thing that I try is I'm gonna trick my wife so I can get her phone unlocked and I can check the phone number. And I've tried that first. And I did things like, oh, let's back up our photos just in case we lose our phones. Let me back up your phone, your phone to the computer. I'm backing up mine. I'm backing up our daughter's. Let me back up yours as well. So my hope was that she would unlock the phone, give me the phone. I would back up the photos, of course, but I would also check the phone number. However, she's very protective of her phone. I don't know why. Well, maybe it's very private, know what we have in our phone, so I guess I understand that. So every time that I wanted to copy the photos, she was there on my side. She was there checking, you know. So it didn't work. I've tried, and I said, okay, I want that phone number, but I could not get from her phone number, from her phone, device. So I got it in the end. Guess how did I get it? Come on, some guesses there. Okay, good one, Christine. So I tried to friend her friends on Facebook. I even told the entire story there, what I wanted to do in the video and all of that. She didn't reply back. She did not reply back. Afterward, I came to know that she thought that someone hacked her. Anyway, I did not get from Facebook nor from social media. So that didn't work out. Ask someone else. Good point, Samira. However, I don't know anyone else from her circle, from my wife's friend circle. I don't know anybody there. It's her coworker, I don't know anybody. Well, let me tell you, you cannot call the school board to ask for somebody's phone number, you cannot call that. It's privacy stuff, Let's see. Call kindergarten, so I cannot do that. Same thought as Cyrano. Yeah, so cannot do that. Cyrano call the office. I cannot call the office. Just ask, okay, what's the phone number of teacher so and so? They won't give that. Of course they will not. Okay, let's see. No, they don't give that kind of information. True. Can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine if you, again, if you call Centennial, oh, can I get Ederson's phone number? They won't give it to you. Go there. Well, there's no, even if I go there, I mean, again, if you go to Centennial and ask for my phone number, they won't give it to you. They won't give those kind of information, no? Okay, phone book. Good one, Andrew. Good one. So here's what I tried to do. I didn't really have the phone book. So I tried to go on the web and I knew her first name and last name. So I tried on Google. And nothing. Nothing came up. Nothing at all. Is that an email that teachers use to send children their homework? Yes, there is an email. There is an email. However, I didn't have the email either. I tried that, but I did not have the email address. And I could not get to my wife's emails, you know. So again, phone book, Andrew, it's getting close to that, but it was not that yet. Come on, come on. From the 3 sections that I have, one section nobody guessed, the second section someone guessed. Let's see today. Maybe Truecaller can work. What is Truecaller? I have no idea what's Truecaller. What is that, Sanchit? Is that a service or something like that? Yeah, it was not that because I don't know what that is. Oh, an application that stores phone numbers. I don't know. Again, it was not that. EG. I don't know what is it. IG. What is IG? Instagram. Well, I think she may have. But again, I tried social. It didn't work. Facebook. It didn't work. Social didn't work. Come on, where else could I get this number? So it was not from Google, it was not from social, it was not with my wife's device, it was not email address, it was not LinkedIn, it was not go to friend's house. Again, I don't know anybody's house, I don't even have her address, I don't have her address, you know? Okay, I'll give you another minute here and then I'll move on. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm the one that pays the phone bills. So the phone bills, they have a Chiquia, they have what? Again, I thought about this after a lot of pain, you know. They have, of course, they have call logs. Now, I had to do some investigation there. So what I did, I dumped the phone log of her phone from the bill. I dumped it. I narrowed down the duplication. So I had a list of about 30 numbers at the end. And then I went one by one, I put on the web. So I put on Google the number. And most of the numbers were about, doctor appointments and, hair salon or nail salon or whatever, store and getting some medicine, getting some prescription done. So after I found I narrowed down to about 5 or 6 numbers. Then I went on Skype, I bought some credits, I called each number, 5 numbers only. And I said, one of those 5 is hers. And by the second number, I got a voicemail that says, hey, this is so-and-so, leave your message. I said, I got it. Yes. So now, if you need any coding or detective work, you can call me, okay? I can do some detective work for you if you want. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that when you are troubleshooting, and this was troubleshooting, not coding, but it's a problem, and I needed to solve that. And I just had to think a little bit, in a different way to get to that, And that's when the idea of the call log came about. If I had thought about that at first, I would have gone there right away. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. Keep that between us, Ederson Holmes. Keep that between us, Anyway, that's it. So let's get down to business here, shall we? Let's get down. So here is what we're gonna be doing now. We're gonna be, this is about a test review, you know. So we're gonna get ready to the test by using this exercise. What is this exercise? Has anyone heard of the game of the 7 errors? You have two drawings. They are supposed to be similar, but they have minor differences. Like one, the sky has 2 clouds. The other one, the sky has only 1 cloud. The first one, there is only, I don't know, the shirt has 3 buttons. And the other one, the shirt has only 2 buttons. So you have to circle the differences. Have you seen this before? I mean, anyone? Come on. I hope so. So today we're not talking about pictures, but we are talking about the 7 errors of an application. I'm gonna give you an application that has 7 problems, and you will be finding what those problems are. Okay, but I'll give you clues along the way. I'll be helping you, I'll be guiding you throughout, but you will be the ones with the Sherlock Holmes hats, the detective hats, to find out, to figure out what are the problems with this application. And we're gonna go start one by one. As you do one, I'll demonstrate, and then you do the next one and the next one. Of course, this is an MVC application. I will run right now so you can have an idea of the final result, the end result, how it should look like. Let me demonstrate it for you. So it's a simple application. It's basically a CRUD that will allow you to add buses, delete buses, update buses. That's it. It has a database. It has some migration scripts already created. So I need to create a database to be able to demonstrate this to you. As I have the migration scripts already created, what is the commands that I need to run here in the package manager console to create the database in the tables? What is it? Yes, update database. Thank you, Sanchit. Thank you, Jiraj, Samira. So I'm gonna run update database. I should have the database created. By the way, I'm grading your assignments, assignment number 3. I should be done with assignment 3 by tomorrow or Saturday. Okay, things are going well there. Okay, let's see. And if I refresh, here is the database, and now I should be able to run it. And so you can have an idea of what is it that you are working towards, okay? By the way, the video for my wife was awesome. I did great editing, and in the first minute of the video, she was already crying, just so you know. So I'm good with stories, you know. Anyway, here's the system. Again, just a list of buses. If I click create, I can put the route name. Let's say this is, by the way, this is the bus route, okay? There's nothing to do with the MVC routing. This is the route of the bus. Dundas Street. The plate number of the bus. Is the bus in operation or not? So, save it. There we go. I can add it. Dundas Street. And I can create another one. I can delete it. It's all fine. All good. That's what you're going to be doing. Okay? That's what you're going to be fixing. The code is done, but it has many problems. Actually, the problems that I have selected are the most common problems that I see students and people in general making when they are creating MVC applications, okay? So, I'm going to close this one here. Actually, let me delete the database. Created, but I'm going to delete it. I'm going to close this. So, what did I make available to you for this? Well, if you go to eCentennial, under our course shell, let's go to Contents and week 12. Contents, week 12. So, this presentation that I'm showing this, is already there, and this is the PDF for that. Our first problem is this one here, but before that, look, this is the presentation. I recommend that you download so you can keep track of the errors that you are solving. Go one by one in the order, okay? The code that you're going to be using is this one here. This is the code that has problems. Again, this is not the final code. This code here has problems and you need to fix it, okay? So download it, open it, and then once you open, we can start this. I'm gonna open this one here with the problems, and you're gonna see the first problem. I'm gonna demonstrate that to you. Okay, so the first problem, see, the clue slide tells you, do this, create the database by running updates-database in the package manager. What's gonna happen? You're gonna get wrong results. You're gonna get an error. What is the expected result? The database gets created. Note, as you go through it, if you solve the issue, the problem, don't tell in the chat for everybody. Tell me privately. Send me a private message, but don't tell to everybody, because you're gonna be, you're gonna be stealing the opportunity of your friends to troubleshoot and get their minds in the solving mode, in the troubleshooting mode, So don't share the solution in the chat. Keep the solution to yourself. If you want, share with me privately and keep moving forward. For the first one, I'm gonna give you 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I'm gonna solve the problem. If you solve it quickly, move to the next problem, the next one, then the next one, then the next one, okay? If not, that's fine. I'll be demonstrating within 15 minutes. So for the first one here, let's try this. Let's try to run the update database. So I'm going to go to the code. So here's the TTC code. It has a controller. Migration scripts is already here. We have some models, the context, the bus, the repository. We have some views like the edit and the list. And now I'm going to try to run the update database. Let's see what happens. Look, we have a problem here. Now, your job will be to solve the problem, okay? Again, don't share the solution if you are done. Once you are done, don't share the solution with everybody, so you give everyone the opportunity to get their own code fixed, okay? So, get started. Any questions? Any questions, any comments, any questions? Okay, so I'm gonna put the timer and you're gonna work on the first one. And I'll be here to support you, to help you out. 15 minutes and then I'll demonstrate. Again, any questions? Any comments? Sanchit, I'm gonna check your question on Slack, okay? Sanchit, for the first problem there, you have to run the migration script. Sorry. Yeah, you have to run the migration script to create the identity. Identity is not created automatically. The database of identity is not created automatically as the product one. So you have to run update dash database dash context, identity context, and then the database of identity gets created, then you can run. Yeah, you actually you solved it because the source will not create the identity database for you automatically. You have to run the update database. That's it. So you're right. And actually, again, on your second message there, you had a solution. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I will know that, okay? So I will run the update. I will run the update when I get your projects. I will when I'm testing. I will run the update. Yes, I will run. Yeah. Okay. No problem. I don't know why I did not get notified by that. I see that you put the @ sign there. Not sure. I didn't get an email from that one. Okay, no problem. There is a connection string, Christine. There is. There is connection string, but have a look there. Yes, Andrew, that's correct. Not only one, though, but that is correct, Andrew. Yeah. Okay, Shakia, very good, very good. If you were able to run the first one. Again, if you were able to solve the first one, move to the second one. That's fine. Keep moving forward. That's correct, Christine. That is correct. Okay, Deepika, that's a good solution. Yeah, if that worked for you, that's good. It's awesome. Yeah, Smita, that's fine. That works. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So a lot of people have been able to sort it out. Okay, that's good. That's a very good sign. So here is the issue. This problem, very common, very common, and usually it means that there is a disconnect. There is a problem between what the application settings is storing and what you are trying to read in the startup. So first thing that you can check is, do we have a connection string? So we can check that in the app settings. And if you have a look there, we do have it. See, look, it's here. We have a connection string. We have this entry connection strings and default connection. So we have some connection here. Now, is it reading correctly? So we can have a look at the startup. And in the connection to the database, right here, we can see, is it reading? Well, we have it here. However, what is the problem here? That it seems that we're having. What seems to be the problem here? Again, anyone that has been able to solve it, you can just make it public. Yeah, you are all private. You are all answering me privately, so you may want to do that publicly. Yes, Sanchit, spelling. Look at the spelling, okay? So don't try to type those. Copy and paste. You can copy this one here. See, it's missing an N here. And it's missing an N here as well. So always copy the connection string. Paste. This way, you won't have a misspelling. Also, don't put spaces here at all, okay? Sometimes people put a space. It's gonna break it as well. If we try again, so let's go to Tools, NuGet Package Manager, and if we give this a second try, let's see. Hussein, it's not. We have to have the path to the value here, okay? To this. The path here is connection strings, column, default connection. Unless you restructure this, unless you change this, otherwise you have to use the column. You don't use just default connection. You have to give the full path. Look, no errors here. Let's have a look if we have the database. Here's the database. Okay, now this is done, this is fixed. What else we have? Well, let's give it a try on the second one. That once we fix the first one, let's run the application. Let's do this. So let's run it. Okay, so it's running now. Now you can see that the image is broken and we have some styling here, but actually we have some style because it's cached in my local computer. I'm gonna clear my local cache. So I'm gonna clear my local cache so that this style is all gone and it's showing the correct view here. Look, this is what it should be happening. No style sheet is loaded. The image is not loaded either. Okay, so this is your next fix. How can you fix this? How can you show the image? How can you have the styling showing as well? That's your next problem here to solve. Yep, Andrew, as you get that one fixed, go to the next one. I'm gonna give you another 15 minutes. If you want to take a quick break, a quick 5 minutes break, do that. Once you come back, you can get back to this. In about 10 minutes, I'll do the attendance, okay? So again, if you want to take a break, go for it. But I'm gonna give 15 minutes for this one here as well. I'll take a quick break as well. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Again, if anyone needs some help there, but I hope that you are able to do your investigation. Anyone got that one? I know that Andrew got that one. Anyone else got this one fixed? Give me some feedback there. Christine, you may want to actually, Christine, what you mentioned before, that's it. It's just that, you know? Nothing else. Yeah, Hussein, that's it. Yep, that's the one. If you get done, again, go to the next one. Go to the next challenge there. Oh, that's correct, Hussein. It's not part of the problem, no, but yes, that's definitely correct. It should be TTC, not TTS. I don't know where the S came from, you know. It's my mess there. But it's not one of the 7 errors, okay? It's not one of those. This actually, this is the 8th one. Samira, you are right. Siranjit. Samira. Oh, sorry, Samira. So you're right, but Siranjit, you may. Yeah, it's not that really yet, Siranjit, to be quite honest with you. Yes. Yeah, this is not the solution, to be honest with you. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I had it muted. So Samira, you're right. Your solution is correct. Siranjit, it's not quite that yet. You may want to think a little bit further. It's not really the path, okay? Christine, what you did before, Christine, is already a solution. So it should be working fine for you. I think that oh, sorry. I think that I'm mixing the Christines here. Sorry about that theory. So I mixed the Christines a little bit. So yeah. So no, Christine, and I'm talking about Christine Chow. No, you don't need to change the CSS class names to fix that, okay? The solution is a little bit different. It's not there. It's not about the names of the classes. It's not about the file location. It's about having access to those files. You know? This is the tricky. This is the trick part. I will take some attendance here now. So please, if you hear your name, just say hi to me in the chat. That's okay, Sanshit. It's good to be stuck. You know, being stuck means that you are learning, you are, develop something. You are in the process of a breakthrough, It's okay. So, let's see here. That's it, Hansel. You got it. You got the solution for problem number 2. So here you go. Quick attendance here. Andrew, you are there. Ashik, Asmita. Okay. Deepika, Dharmik, and Diraj. Deepika, Dharmik, and Diraj. Deepika, you're there. Diraj as well. And Dharmik is not. Philippe, Gurnit, and Hansel. Philippe there. Hansel, I think that, yeah. And Gurnit, no. Harry, Zoe, Hossein, you're there. And Jangjit. Jangjit there. Hossein as well. And Harry, no. Jaitan, John Avenido, and Mary Christine. Okay. Minu, Parwinder, and Prablin. Prablin is there. Okay. Raul, Shakia, and Ritesh. Shakia is there, and Ritesh. Samira, Sanshit is there, and Sanjib. Samira is there, Sanshit there, and Sanjib. Sanjib too, yeah. Alireza, Shivansh, and Siran Sahota. Siran. Alireza, Shivansh, okay. And Alireza, no. Siranjit is there. Saurabh, Stephen, and Theory Kain, Christine, so you are there. Saurabh there. And Stephen, are you around? Nope. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Some of you have been able to do it, some not, but that's fine. So here is how I would go about this. The first thing that I would do is I would have a look at the source codes of this page. Look, we are in the front end and things seems to be broken here. Let's have a look and see if we can access those images, if we can access the CSS, if they are there. So I can right click, I can click on view page source. When we do this, we see two links here, okay? Siranjit is not there yet, to be honest with you. But let's have a look here. We're gonna sort it out now. So look, if I see the CSS class here, the file, if I click on it, I should be able to see the actual file here. But I don't, I see this error. The same happens when I click the image. I see an error here. So, one of two things. Either there is a problem with this path, or the image is not there. So let's have a look at this. Let's go to the project, to the source codes. Look, we have the www root folder, we have the images folder, and we have the ttc.svg file. So this folder here, the path is okay. The file is actually here. How about the other one? The CSS. Well, lib bootstrap css bootstrap.css. Let's see if we have that. Yeah, it's right here. The file is here as well. So, if the file is okay, if the path is okay, what is the line that the method that activates the availability of www root folder? What's the method? You can answer me publicly now. We go to the startup and we have the app.static files. Okay? With that done, if I stop the codes, yes, Amira, yeah, that's it. If I stop the codes and run it again, now we have things back. See? Now if I right click and go to view page source again, if I click bootstrap, it comes up. If I click the image, it comes up as well. Okay? All coming up. Any questions about this? Any questions here? Okay, so let's jump to the next one. In the next one, we're gonna have less time for that. So the next one is this one here. Click the create button. The button doesn't work. Well, the expected result is the button works and you can see the create view. So look, I'm gonna click on create. Nothing is happening here. Not working. Okay? It is not working. Anyone was able to solve this already? Let's do this one. Now you have 10 minutes. 10 minutes for this one here. Give it a try. If you have solved it, tell me in private. Send me a private message. Tell me that you solved this one. Samira, yes, you are right. Andrew, there's nothing missing there, to be quite honest, Andrew. But you are in the right track there. Okay. Yeah, Prablin has nothing to do with imports, to be quite honest with you. Yes, there's a change. Yeah, there's a change there again. So I misread what you mentioned there. Yeah. Did you got it fixed, Prablin? I mean, did you have the button working already? Okay, Jangjit, that's awesome. So you got, yep, Prablin, congrats, Jangjit, congrats as well. Yes, Andrew, that's another one. That's another one. So again, if you got this done, go to the next one, go to number 4 there. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look here. So follow me here. So look, we have a kind of a broken button here, okay? So because this gives me a visual clue, the first place that I start looking at is the source again of the front end. So let's have a look here. Right click, view page source. Look, here's the button. This is the button here, okay? So what is looking strange here? Remember, this is not the codes inside Visual Studio. This is the HTML codes that gets produced by your program, by our application, okay? So this is the output. This is the client side. So what is the first thing that you see that is strange here? Anything comes to mind when you see this particular tag, this link tag? What is strange here? That's correct, Andrew. It's supposed to have an href property, but instead we have this ASP-action property. Let me ask you this. Is ASP-action, is it a standard HTML property for a link? Is it, do you think that this is standard? Correct, Andrew. So this is a Razor related syntax. This is a tag helper. The reason why you are seeing it here is because it's being missed in the server side. The server is not treating this right. It's not treating this properly. It's not replacing it with an href. Why is that? Well, that's where our investigation comes. So let's close this. Let's go to the code. And if we go to the list, we can see it here. But look, ASP action is not highlighted, is not bold. Usually it means that the tag helper is not in place. Well, let's have a look. Tag helper is placed in which file? Which file is that? That has the tag helper. Anyone there? Which file has the tag helper? Yes, the view imports. So let's go there. And we have the tag helper here. Now, if we have it here and it's not showing up, that can be only one thing, that there is something wrong with this line. And yes, there is another misspelling here. So ideally this line you would be copying and pasting here. So because I know already that, so there's a T missing in the .NET, in the ASP.NET Core. Now, as you can see, the tag helper is highlighted, it's bolded in purple. And if I refresh this, look, now I'm able to click on create properly. Okay? Any questions here from anyone? Any questions? Okay, so let's go to the next one. Error number 4. Okay, let's do this. Create 2 buses. So do this, create 2 buses in the app, and then edit the second bus. So let's do that. Let's create 2 buses. Dundas plate is in operation, and let's say Main Street, and it's not in operation. So we have 2 here, 2 records. If we click the second one, that's what it's asking us to do. Click the second one. So if I click the second one, look, I'm clicking on Main Street, but Dundas is showing up. So the wrong bus is showing up. You're right, Christine. That's how you fix that. Okay, good one. So again, how do we fix this? How can I click the second one and the Main Street comes up? How do I fix that? Okay, I need to bring the correct one. So how do we fix that? Well, that's your next challenge, and you're gonna have another 10 minutes to do that. Okay, how do you fix this one? How do you fix the edit button to bring the correct bus? Hussein, it's easier than that. You don't need to go through a loop there. Okay, again, have a closer look there. Andrew, that's correct. Give it a try, see if it works. You're correct there, Hussein. So how do we fix that? Yep, that's it, Hussein. Good solution there. Yep, Siranjit. Good one. Very good, very good. That's correct, Asmita. Now you have to make sure that you filter the correct one. Samira, good one. You're talking about, yeah, number 5. That's it. Okay, Hussein, for number 5. I'll get to number 5 in a second. Let's just have a look at this. So here we have. The first thing that I want to to bring to your attention is this. Let's see if the UI, if the front end is working fine. So if I click the first one on edit, it shows edit 1. Great, it's the first bus. It's bus number 1. If I click edit the second one, it shows 2, but it still loads bus number 1. So the URL is working fine, but the content that is coming up, the bus is not the correct one. So if you ask yourself, who asks the bus information? Who asks for the bus information? Who is the component in our MVC that asks for the bus information? Well, let's have a look. I have the edit here, the view. This view is called by. Who calls the view? Who calls the edit view? Come on, who calls the edit view? Which code calls the view? Because that code is sending the wrong information to the view. So I ask you, the controller, yes. So let's go to the controller, home controller here. Let's go to the edit. So here we have the edit, a very simple edit here. Look, we have the ID, which is the parameter, but look at this. We are loading the first bus. What is it that we're missing here? What is it that we are not doing here? We are not using the ID. We are sending the ID, but we are not using inside the filtering. So we need to do something like this. We can have the where. However, first or default will work just fine. We can do something like this. Be such that b.bus number equals to ID. You can use where, but if you use where, you still need to call first or default. Or you can use just first or default. Okay? I'm going to stop this. I'm going to recompile, rerun it. And now, if I go to the first one, loads the first one. If I go to the second one, loads the second one. Okay? Now we are loading the correct one. Any questions about this? Anyone in the chat? Any questions? Okay? Okay, so now the next problem. Next one that we're gonna figure out, and then we call the quits for the day here. Let's see if we still have time. Okay, so try to change the route name of bus 1. Okay, so let's try to do that. So I'm going to open the first one, edit. I'm going to change Dundas Street, and I'm going to click save. Look, instead of updating the first one, it has created a new one. It has duplicated. Okay? So how can we fix this? How can we make sure that when we edit and save, it doesn't create a new one? It changes the first one. How do we do that? Well, that's your challenge. And for this one here, we're going to have a quick 5 minutes for this one. Yes, Ranjit, that's correct. Andrew, correct as well. Hossein, I don't know if that's really the solution for that, for this problem. Okay, so I don't think this would work. Have a look, give it a try. Christine, I don't think that you need both of them. Yeah. So there's a question here. What would you recommend to study from most? The lecture slides? Yes, the lecture slides are very good. Tomorrow you're gonna have a sense of what types of questions I'll be talking about. So yeah, the slides are a good reference point, and yeah, it's a good one. And I would recommend to do some of the exercise that we have done to refresh your mind about controller, about model, about view, because there will be a little bit of code there about the entity framework. How do you put together something that will be able to connect to a database, you know? Okay, let's have a look at this one here. So, what's the problem here? Well, let's have a look at this. When I click edit and I click save, something is happening that is duplicating things. So what I can do is I can go to the code. If I can find the code, yeah, I can go to the code, and this is the code that saves the bus. Okay, so let me put a breakpoint there. Okay, let me see the information that has been sent to the save bus. So look, I have the first one open, the first bus number 1. When I click save, let's have a look at the bus information. Look, the bus number is coming as 0, but it should be 1. So something is happening that is sending the incorrect bus number to the save, to this one here. So the view is sending the wrong bus information, okay? So let's have a look at the view, the edits. Look, we have route name, plate number in operation, but where is the bus number? We don't have bus number here, and bus has a bus number as well. This is the primary key. So to fix that, we can create an input here, input box ASP-4 equals to bus number, and we can make this a hidden field because we don't need to show this to the user. So type equals to hidden. Now we have a bus number. So let's try to, well, let's hit continue here. It creates a new one, but let's try to add it again. So let's say Dundas 1, 2, 3. Click on save. Look, we stopped here. Let's have a look. Now bus number is 1, which means that now we are updating, not creating a new one. Okay? So if we run, now it changed correctly, and we fixed the problem. Okay, so Hossein, you may want to have a look at this. You were going through a different route, to a different direction there. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. That's it, everyone. That's it. We stopped on error number 5. If you want to have a look at number 6 and 7, you can. Otherwise, we're going to continue this tomorrow to wrap it up. Tomorrow as well, quizzes. We're going to be talking about quizzes. We're going to be doing quizzes to get you ready to know what to expect for the test next week, okay? I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Good rest of the day. And take care of yourselves as well. Hossein, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye now.